Hello everyone and welcome to JIMIN Weekly News. I'm Daydream and here is the first news for you. Jimin's Like Crazy becomes the longest charting Korean song of all time on Billboard Global 200. On July 10th, Jimin made history yet again as his song broke the tie with BTS and Coldplay My Universe and became the longest charting Korean song on the Billboard Global 200, staying on the chart for 60 consecutive weeks. The same week, Face charted at 12 on Billboard World Albums, and by doing so, Jimin's debut EP extended its record as the longest charting album by a Korean or K-pop solo artist, now at 61 weeks. Additionally, all 6 tracks from Jimin's Face have sold over 100,000 units each in the US. And Like Crazy is now the most streamed non-English song released in 2023 on Spotify. Next, Jimin earns his 5th career solo entry on the Billboard Hot 100 as Smeraldo Garden Marching Band featuring Loco debuted at number 88. His US Hot 100 hits so far include Like Crazy, Set Me Free Part 2, Angel Part 1, Vibe, and now Smeraldo Garden Marching Band, where it was also thanks to Jiminie's Loco first career entry on the chart, making him also the first Korean rapper debuting on the Billboard Hot 100 in 2024, which Loco himself acknowledged, personally thanking Jimin on his IG story. This entry earned Jimin a spot as the second Korean K-pop soloist after Psy with the most entries on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, with 40.4 million streams and 34,000 sold units outside the US. Smeraldo Garden Marching Band debuted at number 7 on Global excluding US chart. Then co-producer of the song Tommy Brown shared the news about it on his Insta, and Billboard US themselves, along with Billboard Korea, wrote articles about those achievements on their official pages as well. The song debuted also at number 1 on World Digital Song Sales chart, again Jimin's 5th career number 1 song as a soloist after Vibe, Set Me Free Part 2, Like Crazy, and Closer Than This, and at number 3 on the Billboard Digital Songs Sales chart as the 3rd best-selling song in the US that week. Other Billboard chart entry included number 16 on Global 200 chart and many great spots on Billboard Japan charts as well. After that, SGMB has reached over 8.5 million streams on Spotify Daily Top Songs USA chart, surpassing Yet to Come by BTS. It gathered over 60 million streams on Spotify, becoming fastest Korean song by a K-act to achieve this feature on Spotify in 2024, doing so in just 11 days, and with 157,000 units sold, Smeraldo Garden Marching Band recorded the biggest debut for a Korean act in 2024 on the United World Track chart. And then Jimin's SGMB debuted at number 13 on the IFPI's official MENA chart, which was Jimin's 3rd entry after Like Crazy and Set Me Free Part 2. Next, on July 12th, Smeraldo Garden Marching Band featuring Loco ranked 1st on the iTunes charts worldwide in 113 countries as Fiji joined the list and made it the first song to achieve this feature in 2024. As well as with this achievement, Jimin set a record as the first and only individual artist in history with 6 solo songs and projects to achieve number 1 in at least 113 regions on iTunes worldwide. And then, just a couple of days later, the song achieved number 1 on iTunes in 119 regions as Guinea-Bissau joined the list, becoming the first and only song released in 2024 to make this feature, and making Jimin the first and only artist in the world to have now 5 songs with at least 119 number ones on iTunes worldwide, achieving this milestone just in 18 days since the song release. But to add on even more to the list of our Jiminie incredible records, Filter also achieved an all-kill on iTunes worldwide with 119 number ones, making BTS the first and only group to achieve this ever. BTS becomes the first and only group in history to achieve an all-kill on iTunes, all thanks to Jimin and Queen Filter as UK finally joins the list. So now, only artists with the most songs reaching number 1 in all 119 countries on iTunes worldwide are Jimin, V, BTS, Ha-Sung-woon, and Loco, where Jimin gave Sungwoon and Loco their first 119 number ones records. Yonhap News TV also highlighted Jimin's record-breaking achievements on iTunes in their broadcast by saying Filter is Jimin's song from BTS's 4th full-length album, ranked first on the UK iTunes chart, and this record makes BTS the first group in history to achieve all-kill. And ARMYs on Twitter X, like always with every new achievement, trended many celebratory keywords and hashtags in support of this new Jimin's amazing record. And now, the summary of Jiminie mentions by other idols, celebrities, media outlets, and much, much more. First, Jimin was mentioned as one of the 3 leading artists in Korean music industry with last name Chi on KBS Boss in the Mirror show by Jun-hyun Moo, which is hilarious because Jimin's last name isn't starting with Chi, but it's Park Jimin. And Jun-hyun Moo, which is South Korean host and television personality, couldn't keep himself from butting in and repeated, "Jimin is Jimin." Then MBC Radio FM for You Kim Eana's Starry Night played SGMB, and the host said that the title of the song is very unique and cheerful, that many people requested it. And then, once again, on Chungga's KBS Cool FM radio show Volume Up, Jimin's song was played. This time it was Vibe, and Chungga couldn't help herself but dance along to the song Awesome Beats. After that, Nippon TV's Japanese talk show Oshare Clip featured an interview with a stylish fanboy who revealed Jimin as his source of style inspiration. We love to see that everyone is influenced by the style of our fashion king, Jimin. And then next, Ha-Sung-woon, Jiminie friend he sang with on a song with you, mentioned on Hey Come Here program that he went to see Jimin enlisted but wasn't allowed to see the departure after arriving 5 minutes late. He also mentioned, like in the article I showed you in the last episode, that he and Jimin now talk about their shared military experiences. After that, we also got Jimin's Closer Than This being used as background music in an episode of the SBS liberal arts current affair program Live Today,
뭐 하시죠?
강릉을 찾은 국내외 관광객들이
where the show featured as well the iconic bus stop from BTS's MV Spring Day and You Never Walk Alone album as a popular tourist spot in Gangneung City. Then, from other side of the globe, 3 of Jimin's songs were played on LA's #1 hit music radio station 102.7 Kiss FM on July 15th, and radio personality Jojo Wright, who did many interviews with BTS in the past, talked about his visit to South Korea, and he mentioned Jimin by saying,
But when I'm there, we toured the building. That building is crazy. But the one thing that I probably remember the most was we went into the rehearsal studio where you've seen BTS rehearse like 1,000 times. I couldn't post any pics of it. That's one of the rooms they didn't want us to post. But you've seen the video where Jimin, before he went into the military, he drew this artwork on the mirrors, right? And the artwork is still there. I thought that was super cool. So, a little FYI.
Next, multiple K-news outlets reported on the inspirational nature of Jimin's donation to the Gyeongnam Future Education Foundation, where following his generous 100 million won donation in May this year, many people have also reached out to donate to unprivileged students in Gyeongnam region. The foundation provides financial support to high school students from low-income families, and we are so proud of our good deeds influencer Jiminie. And speaking of him being our charity fairy, Jimin was selected as Choedo's 628th charity fairy in celebration of his 10,500th day. 500,000 won, $370 will be donated under his name to the Miro Welfare Foundation for Kids with Disabilities. It is the 25th time that Choedo is making a donation under Jimin's name, totaling now at 12.5 million won. And one more Choedo win was for the July Comeback Idol vote on Heartbeat poll, where Jimin garnered 145,380,302 votes, which was 61% on the platform. He will get as a reward Seoul Subway CM board ad for 15 days, and Who MV will be displayed on the in-app offer wall for 1 day. And next, Mail Business newspaper reported that Jimin has been also selected by Korean students as the star that studied the best at school. 42.7% of students chose Jimin in a poll conducted by education company 7edu. The CEO of 7edu company analyzed Jimin's first place, saying Jimin was so diligent and hardworking that he entered Busan Art High School as the top student overall. He was good at math and science as a student, and he was known to have the best study skills. Then, armies visiting cozy Italian restaurant Trattoria Moro in Seoul noticed that Jimin left his autograph on one of the walls. It is not known when Jimin visited exactly, but likely in early 2023 based on what staff said about when the autograph appeared. We hope Jiminie had a great time visiting the restaurant and having a delicious meal. Next up, we got MBC Radio Star broadcasting the clip of BTS cover performance of Shinhwa's Perfect Man with 140 million views alongside the thumbnail image of the orange-haired guy Jimin. Our Perfect Man orange Jimin will always be an iconic legend. And after that, we got the news about Jimin being voted number 1 on the BIMI's Top 100 K-pop songwriters, which is very fitting because on the same day, the credits for Smeraldo Garden Marching Band were finally registered on the KOMCA, Korean Music Copyright Association site. As previously stated, Jimin has both songwriting and composing credits on the song, and this is 18th credited song to be added under his name, including 8 credits on BTS songs and 10 credits as a soloist. Next, we got a cute blast from the past glimpse of Jimin shared with us by J-Hope in his Army Day letter. The last one he said he is sending before his discharge, where he included the BTS OT7 photo from Golden Gate Bridge, San Francisco in 2015. Thank you, Hobie, for reminding us how iconic Jiminie cool glasses and beanie era from that time really was. For Army Day, we also received even more gifts like this exclusive Weavers members Happy Birthday Army OT7 photo from 2022. And on Bangtan TV, we got an amazing surprise of 7 Bangtan bombs, each for a fun individual members' activities adventures in 2022 and 2023. Among them, for Jiminie, the Bangtan bomb was about the preparation of his wonderful and sweet gifts for ARMY that he gifted attendees of his music show recordings in Phase Era promotions. Once again, we experienced Jiminie caring nature and his classic YouTuber showcase hand motions. In the video, we could also see Jin calling Jiminie on the phone when he was still serving in military, which was a very touching moment that I'm sure now when Jin is out is reversed, because probably Jiminie is calling Jin all the time as well. If you are interested in my reaction to this Jimin Bangtan bomb, it is available on my channel right now, and reactions to other members' videos will be coming as well very soon. Next, Jimin was assessed as being a main cause for BTS returning to number 1 for the July boy group brand reputation. For the month of July, the keywords most strongly associated with BTS were ARMY, Jimin, and digital song tracks, while in the link analysis, exhibit, participate, and release were highly empathized. And then, as of OT7 news, we got Jin departure for Paris, where he represented South Korea as he carried the Olympics torch to the Louvre. And on the way, while cameras were showing armies watching Jin in the crowd, they catched a glimpse of one fan holding a phone with Jimin Lucky Draw PC on the cover. After that, we also got an announcement of Jungkook I Am Still new documentary movie that will be coming soon in cinemas. We still don't know much more details about it, but we are excited to find out more what Cookie had prepared for us before enlistment. Next, the release calendar of Jimin and JK new travel show was dropped, and right after that, the first official Are You Sure launch trailer was uploaded on Bangtan TV and Disney Plus YouTube channels. And in this trailer, we could see glimpses of all the fun things the boys got to do and experience together, like for example, blonde Jimin snowboarding. And then couple days later, we got Jimin and JK inviting us to go on this amazing adventure with them in their announcement from USA, where Jimin looked absolutely gorgeous with his long black hair and his Givenchy double layer tee in black. After that, the new fun promotional poster for the show was also released, making ARMYs ask for the removal of the painted tank tops on Jimin and JK bodies. We want to see them swim in their natural state, please. And then, a couple of days after that, another teaser trailer dropped where we could see even more adorable moments between two besties, Jiminie and Jungkookie, and we couldn't get enough of seeing Jiminie bare face moments. All of it definitely made us even more excited for the show's premiere. And now, let's go through the timeline of all Muse album promotional events and news. Let's start with the All Art Crew production company sharing the SGMB behind-the-scenes images of the preparation for the beautiful Jiminie track video set on Instagram. Look how gorgeous, colorful, and just magical they made it look. We absolutely loved it. Next, Big Hit Music announced Smeraldo Garden pop-up event for Jimin's solo album Muse. In the press release on Weverse, they shared that the event will be held from July 22nd to July 28th in Gangnam-gu, Seoul, South Korea, where it will feature a photo zone and variety of experiential content based on the theme of Jimin's second solo album, Muse. ARMYs, of course, immediately found the exact place where the event will occur and shared photos of the location that would soon transform into Jimin's Smeraldo Garden on social media. The event poster was also, of course, shared on BTS' official Instagram story. Additionally, there was also another announcement from Geffen Records and Club 90s about the official Muse album release parties events that happened in LA and New York City on July 21st. ARMYs everywhere were also working hard to prepare for the release of Muse by printing even more beautiful handmade posters and sticking them everywhere they can around their neighborhoods, or like renting ads on these iconic tuk-tuk cards that could be seen throughout Bangkok, Thailand to welcome the arrival of Jimin's second solo album. There were also promotional advertisement video projects in Times Square, New York, and Jimin Korean fanbase All for Jimin Core rolled out an outdoor ad on the COEX Media Tower from July 19th to 21st. Additionally, in celebration of Jimin's Muse release, JM Only Single fanbase has organized a free coffee event for soldiers at two cafes in Yeoncheon, Korea, the location of the 5th Infantry Division where Jiminie is serving. The first 200 soldiers in military uniform at each cafe received a free iced Americano. And if we are talking about cafes, I have to add that Also, Jimin's father joined the celebration and prepared a small event on July 19th to gift free pens to Magnet Cafe visitors for the release of Muse. It would be nice to have a cold drink and spend a special day together, he wrote in his announcement about it on Magnet Instagram page. Jimin's dad is literally the best father one could ever have, always showing such a pure love and support for his beloved son. And next, on July 11th, we got a teaser for, as we expected, the second part of Mini Money Music Album Exchange, where RM this time was about to be listening to Jiminie's new album Muse, the same way Jimin previously listened to RM's Right Place, Wrong Person. Namjoon in the teaser said, "One of the reasons Jimin is so likable is because he's someone who tries to bring things out in his own way, like this album." It made us even more excited for the upcoming release, along with Jimin's beautiful smiles and happiness radiating from him so brightly. ARMYs also noticed that in the teaser, our Mini was wearing the same sweater as Moni did for the photo shoot of Right Place, Wrong Person concept. And that brought back the fan meme of Jiminie saying once in an interview,
"We have different clothes."
After that, Weaver's Notice informed us about one more event in celebration of Muse. This time it was called Love Letter to Jimin, where ARMYs could send to Jimin their message of love in a creative and witty way that only ARMY can come up with. The prize for 200 lucky winners was an unreleased photo of Jimin. Tell me in the comments if you were the winner of those lucky 200. I am so curious to know. Next, Smeraldo Garden Marching Band featuring Loco received its first music show win on M Countdown. K-ARMYs were fighting hard for this win. That's why right after the winner was announced, Jimin dominated top South Korea trends. And not only that, because the news spread fast among ARMYs on Twitter X, and soon Jimin dominated worldwide trends following his first music show win for Smeraldo Garden Marching Band on M Countdown. Then we got more idols joining SGMB challenge on TikTok, like Arya and Hannah from the multinational girl group EXIN. Next up, on July 13th, 1 week before the release of the album, BTS official Instagram shared a snippet teaser of Jimin in a practice room with Evan, who played the guitar melody of the upcoming title track, Who.
안 눌렀는데 자동으로 켜졌네?
님이 하죠?
어디 자동으로 켜졌지? 볼게요. 네.
Evan also immediately shared the teaser on his Insta story. We previously knew that according to Big Hit's Muse press release, the main track Who is a hip-hop R&B track characterized by its intense bounce and guitar sound. That's why this teaser wasn't enough and we wanted more. Our desire was somewhat satisfied when the lyric teasers that came on the official BTS broadcast channel revealed to us one line of the song that said, "Who is my heart waiting for?" Exactly, who was our question. The anticipation was rising, and that's when it was time for the album highlight medley to drop. and give us a first taste of overall mood of Muse. The blend of genres was so fresh and exciting, from Rebirth intro, a fusion genre based on R&B and gospel, to slow dance, medium tempo R&B, through Be Mine, Latino mixed with Afrobeat genre song, to retro R&B and hip-hop sound of Who. And it made us all go wild once again on Twitter X trends. Many armies especially loved the sound of the song Be Mine, claiming it as Filter's sister we all have been waiting for. Then, SGMB co-producer Tommy Brown shared Jimin's Muse highlight medley reel on Instagram, and Grammy Award-winning producer and songwriter Taylor Hill, who participated on Rebirth intro, also reposted the story. The medley was of course also shared on BTS official Instagram and Facebook. And next, on July 16th, it was time for the Who MV teaser, which left us completely defeated on the floor. Jimin strolled down a dimly lit alleyway wearing a leather jacket, jeans, and a gray buttoned t-shirt. By the way, the jacket was a Celine hand-painted biker jacket, giving off a bad boy vibe. He passed by a variety of stores lined up across the street with neon-lit signboards, and Jimin angelic vocals concluded the teaser with the previously teased line,
Who is my heart waiting for?
Armies and fans went into online meltdown after this because we all were not ready for what was about to come to us on Friday that week. Of course, the excitement reflected like always in Twitter X trends, going absolutely wild. And armies immediately started to speculate and dissect all the neon signs in search for Easter eggs and clues about what we awaited to come. And they found out what was the exact location of the MV set, uncovering finally what Jimin was doing last year in Hungary, because it turns out that the New York Backlot Street set is located at Corda Studios, which is a state-of-art film studio complex located 30 kilometers 18 miles west of Budapest in the winemaking village of Etiek, Hungary. All of us were commenting as well about once again incredible duality Jimin presented to us just in 2 tracks of his new release. K-media articles also came in light speed, stating Jimin, who has a sexy and bold beat, but the song's message is heavily colored with the theme of wanting to find true love. The lyrics released along with the melody, Who is my heart waiting for, are like the starting question of the song. And MBC News reported about the excitement surrounding the preview of Jimin's new MV for Who by saying in their segment, the rhythmic guitar playing stood out above Jimin's steps as he walks through the smoke-filled streets of New York at night. Additionally, the teaser immediately jumped to #1 on music videos trending worldwide. It became the most liked teaser on YouTube in first 24 hours by Korean act in 2024, and Hype performance director as well as the Team Jimin dancers shared the teaser for Who on their Instagram's stories, which gave us a much needed proof that the song and MV will include another amazing Jimin choreography. Later on, also producer Ghostloop and Grammy Award nominated producer and co-writer co-composer of Who, John Bellion also shared Jimin's Who MV teaser on their Instagram stories. My reaction to the teaser is available on my channel as well if you are interested to watch how I felt when it dropped. And next, on July 17th, it was time to uncover second question mark on Muse promotion schedule, which turned out to be a surprise first live performance of Who on Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show on 22nd of July. Jimmy announced it on his show social media accounts with an adorable skit video straight from a room of every Jimin biased ARMY dream.
Ooh. Jimin!
Who is my heart waiting for?
And thanks to this little snippet of the performance, we uncovered another mystery location Jimin was filming in November last year. Remember the hot springs filming rumor? Well, in reality, it is the old Waikiki Hotel in Swanpo, Chungju, South Korea. This place has been out of business since going bankrupt in 2002, but turned out to be a great filming spot for our Jiminie. News about Jimin's scheduled Who live performance on Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon also dominated Naver most liked articles in the entertainment section, occupying 20 spots on the chart. And YTN News reported on Jimin's upcoming performance of Who on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, emphasizing that the performance was pre-recorded before his enlistment. And then renowned photographer and The Tonight Show official staff Todd Oh-young commented under Jimin's Who special performance teaser, "Our Little Prince," referring to the last year's Jimin interview on the show.
Little Prince?
Little Prince.
Yeah? Yes,
We were so happy to see how excited Jimmy and the crew was to host another legendary Jimin performance. Jimmy and Jimin friendship is so sweet and the only one we fully approve from the show hosts in the US. So then, after a couple of days of desperate attempts to prepare for the album and Who MV release, it was finally the time to experience Jimin's new masterpiece in its full glory. First, the electric tornado of love swept us away completely in the Who music video, leaving us completely overwhelmed with Jimin's visuals, dance, lyrics, and heavenly vocals. Our souls were snatched by him with never experienced before to that level fierceness and passion. And of course, all of it led to ARMY's love and support exploding on social media in form of complete domination of Twitter X trends in South Korea, United States, and of course worldwide, where he took over 10 out of 12 top spots. Many locals, non-K-pop fans were also praising the MV on X, stating that Jimin's song is the best male release of 2024, saving the pop music scene single-handedly. Along with the album release, we also got an adorable introduction video of Jiminie himself presenting the release of Muse to us on Gefen's social media account.
Hi everyone, this is Jimin of BTS. My second solo album is out now. Please enjoy my new album and don't forget to check out the focus track, Who? Thank you so much.
And we got similar videos for Korean music platforms like Jiminie, Vouge and Melon as well. And speaking of Melon, from there for Melon Spotlight with the album release, we got new additional exclusive photos of JIMIN Muse concept. Muse was posted on the main page of Melon, and JIMIN ranked number 1 on Melon's male solo artist chart and number 2 on Melon's daily all artist chart, becoming the highest soloist on this ranking. Next, a new Who TikTok Dance Challenge video was posted on BTS official TikTok account with Jiminie showing us his amazing moves in the company of JIMIN team dancers. Then we got wonderful armies translating for us Jimin's Muse album thank you message, which said, "Thanks to, this is my last album before I go to the army. The preparation process was not easy, so I would like to express my sincere gratitude to everyone at the company and the directors who helped me even more. I was truly grateful to be able to work with cool people, and if I can continue to work with cool people after I come back, I'm sure there's nothing happier than that. I'll be back soon, so please wait." And armies who always show interest and support. This album contains a lot of emotions that I've been going through a lot these days, and I want to feel the emotions that I've experienced with you again. I'm sure there are a lot of people who think like this. I made it thinking that I want you to be happy every day. I hope you can leave the disappointment behind and go back quickly and do more happy and enjoyable things. Thank you so much for always caring and loving me. I'll do my best to answer you with better albums, better songs, and better performances. Thank you so much and love you so much. Lastly, thank you and love BTS members for talking and influencing us. Let's see each other soon. Oh my goodness, what an emotional letter to ARMY's BTS and everyone who helped create this masterpiece with Jiminie. He is just the sweetest for thinking about all of us and just wanting to enjoy the future with us. Then, also in an interview published in Naver article, P-Dog talked about few cute moments during the production of Muse. He said, "We made it with John Bellion in New York. I remember Jimin personally explaining to him what story he wanted to tell, and he was really embarrassed, shy. I met Jimmy Fallon by chance in the studio next door. We played the song for him for the first time after we finished working on it. In fact, after finishing work on the Face album, we went straight into the production of Muse, and I thought, he's working this hard before his military enlistment. Thanks to Jimin's hard work, you'll be able to see his musical journey, which has grown even more." And speaking of P-Dog, right after the album dropped, he posted on his personal Insta story a photo of the board with fan support messages for Jimin. Then we also got producer Ghostloop sharing a sweet message about Jimin and the album on his Instagram saying, "I would like to thank Jimin for his endless ideas and hard work in this album. P-Dog PD, who always leads the production, and Johyun Evan, who has matured even more than before. I would also like to thank all the employees and staff who have worked hard together so far. Thank you to all ARMY fans who always support us." Others that shared posts about Who and Muse release were Hype Performance director Kim Min Song, Minbro, Loco, and Dior Fashion PR Coordinator Evelyn Huachang, as well as musician and songwriter August Rigo, who worked on Closer Than This and Slow Dance, shared a photo with Jimin on Instagram and wrote, "Congratulations Jimin on the release of Muse, grateful to be a part of this project. Big ups to my brothers P-Dog, Ghost Loop, Evan. Creating with you guys has been amazing, can't wait to get back." Later on, also Slow Dance and Like Crazy co-writer Blush shared a video of her vibing to Jimin and Sophia's new song on Instagram. And speaking of Sophia, she shared a post about Slow Dance as well and wrote, "Thank you Jimin for inviting me into your world. Your heart and your music are beautiful. I am so happy the world is now slow dancing to our song." After that, Tokopedia official account shared a cute post in support of Who release, and also Tetris Kelly poured out his feelings about Who and Muse in a post saying, "Who is perfection, it's international, global, the video is cinema, and loved the Closer Than This reference showing the importance of fans. The lyrics are so hopeful and full of love. 10,000 out of 10 Jimin, Muse has arrived." Then The Tonight Show dropped more teasers for the upcoming performance, and Jimmy Fallon posted about Who on his Instagram stories as well, further showing his support for Jimin's new project. In addition to everyone I mentioned so far, we of course also got BTS members RM on Insta story and Jin on Weverse supporting their little bro newest release. And then finally Jiminie himself shared an official snippet of Who MV on his personal Instagram account story. Next, the articles praising Muse started to pour in, like the one from the Grammy Awards that listed 5 takeaways from Jimin's new album, naming it a bold exploration of love and inspiration. And the takeaways were: number 1, it's another Jimin-led production. Once again, Jimin had a hand on all of the album's components, including its concept and visuals, and bore down another layer of his ever-evolving skills. Number 2, he's still in search of his muse. After looking at his own face in the mirror, who else does he see? Who else instigates him enough to make art? Number 3, a stellar team backs up the effort. Together with these names assembled a cohesive yet diverse LP, brimming with influences from several decades, genres, and countries at once. Number 4, the Smeraldo Flower makes a comeback. According to press statement, the Smeraldo Garden Marching Band track's lyrics express the longing to confess and find love on behalf of those unable to articulate their feelings, hence the use of Smeraldo. And 5, it's packed with nostalgia. While infused with nostalgia, Muse still appeals to today's tastes and offers a seamless, polished listen. It stands as a testament to Jimin's artistic growth, and while he might not have found his muse yet, he is certainly a source of inspiration for many. And then the one from Enemy, where they rated Jimin's second solo album with 4-star review and said, "Muse, the second solo album from BTS star Jimin, opens with the heavy thump of a heartbeat. As that pulse continues to contract and thud, notes twinkle and sparkle around it as if they're casting a spell over the singer. It's an introduction loaded with magic. The one from Consequence, where they also listed 5 things they learned from Jimin's sunny new album Muse. The one from Teen Vogue, titled Jimin of BTS Muse Album Review, Love, Fantasy and the Freedom of Big Feelings, along with the exclusive concept photos. If you want to read the full piece of Teen Vogue, I will leave a link to it in the description. And finally, one more from Omelete, one of Brazil's most popular entertainment websites, that said, in Muse, Jimin shows that he is perhaps the purest pop sensitivity of BTS. The artist's new solo album points to a rare talent in today's music scene. Along with the articles, there were, of course, many Korean TV reports about Muse release, for example, from YTN, News Start, Yonhap News Agency, and Arirang News. Also, Jimin's Spotify profile has been updated to this stunning Muse look, and BT21 official changed their profile photos across social media platforms to Jimmy with Smeraldo flowers. Absolutely the cutest! Additionally, the interior of Jimin's dad, the ZM Millennial shop and cafe in Japan, has been decorated in blue and yellow in celebration of Jimin's Muse release. And speaking of cafes, ARMY's also prepared adorable cafe events for the celebration of Jimin and his new album in Indonesia and also in Japan. There was also promotional video displayed on the giant indoor 6-floor height LED screen inside Gandaria City Mall in Jakarta. Peruvian Jimin fans organized a publicity track to go around the main avenues of Lima, Peru, in celebration of Jimin's Muse release. Here is a close-up of the 3 LED screens on the track. ARMYs in New York spotted YouTube Music advertisement for Muse on the huge screen at Times Square Marriott Marquis Hotel. ARMYs in Seoul noticed a huge and beautiful advertisement for Jimin's Muse playing at COEX K-pop Square. And this was a support advertisement for Jimin's second album Muse, run by fans in Argentina. It was broadcasted for 3 days on the 19th, 20th, and 21st of July. Many ARMYs on Twitter who already received their Muse physical albums started to share on social media their beautiful photo cards of Jimin, and we also got Hype merch account announcing official Muse merch, which include many amazing items like a ring with number 13 on it, guitar plugs, or a t-shirt with special design. Smeraldo Garden pop-up store event that I mentioned earlier in the video also started at that time and shared a video of wonderfully decorated space with all the Muse merch available to purchase on the spot. If you noticed, at the event there was also a spot to scan a code that gave ARMYs access to a full version of previously posted as a teaser acoustic version of Who with Jimin and Evan in the dance studio. Then, at the same time, on official BTS social media accounts, we got another snippet of Jimin singing Who live in the music studio. With an announcement of the new Who remixes that were about to be released on July 23rd. Big Hit provided more details about Jimin, who remixes to K-Media, where we could read that, for example, Acoustic Remix was arranged around the acoustic guitar to bring out the sweetness, and Shibuya Kei Remix was inspired by the Shibuya Kei genre, which dominated J-pop in the early 2000s, based on the lounge house style rhythm, guitar and synthesizers that were combined to create excitement. Many ARMYs also were sharing how long the line to pop-up store opening was, proving once again the tremendous support and love we have for our Jiminie. And even W Korea visited the site and shared their experience during Jimin Smeraldo pop-up event held in Seoul with a video posted on their social media account.
My heart waiting for. I'll take the places that you found, yeah. I'll put
Along with other fashion magazines who visited the site like Allure Korea or Cosmopolitan Korea. To add on even more on the topic of the Muse release celebrations, videos started to emerge on social media also from the album release parties I told you about in the earlier part of the video in LA and New York, where everyone had an awesome fun celebrating Jimin and his music. Including our well-known Tetris Kelly, who also attended the event. And one more fun showcase of who instantly being that song of any kind of events was when ARMYs heard it being played during the Formula 1 Hungarian Grand Prix. And later on, who has been added to the official Formula 1 playlist on Spotify titled F1 Tracks, which showed how much of a global hit the song had already became. Next up, on July 20th, as teased before, the Mini Money Music Exchange video was released on Bangtan TV, where we witnessed once more their love and support for each other when Namjoon was there to reassure Jimin that he indeed is improving as an artist, but to never forget he is also the artist that kills it on stage, same way Jimin was there previously to reassure Namjoon that the members will always give him the time and space he needs to work on himself. It shows the level of respect and understanding they have for one another as a group, but also as distinct individuals that bring different aspects of their talents and gifts to the table. I adored this cozy and honest talk so much, so if you want to see my reaction to it, just look at the latest videos on my channel where it is available for you to enjoy. And next, BTS Official shared a reel of Jimin's rehearsal for Who performance on Jimmy Fallon on their Instagram account, showing off Jimin's amazing vocal control while dancing, with a caption, "ARMY, look forward to it." ARMYs also immediately noticed that Jimin filmed his Who dance practice the same day as his Stuck With You dance cover. And we had Rolling Stone columnist Isaac Choi commenting on this rehearsal snippet on social media by saying, "This ability to decide when to start anew and to move forward is key among Jimin's many gifts. He maintains unwavering belief in himself, trusting that he will ultimately achieve his goals. Jimin is the muse himself who always gives inspiration and confidence. Then Muse Photo Sketch was released, giving us many more incredible concept photos of Jimin's new album. And after that, on July 21st, we got the most precious letter from Jiminie himself on Weverse, in which he said to us, "Hello everyone, this is Jimin. Finally, my second album Muse is out. I sincerely thank all the armies who waited and cheered for me. I really wanted to let you guys listen to it as soon as possible, so I eagerly wished for it to be released. And it's finally here, so I'm really happy. I wanted to show this off to you all and tell you a lot about the album, but I'm currently in military soldier status, so I'm careful with using my social media platforms. I'm always sorry for keeping you waiting, and I'm grateful. I'm doing well in the military, so don't worry. I hope you always take good care of your health. It's summer, so you need to drink a lot of water. Do not turn on the air conditioner or fan too high in the evening. You must also be careful of the heat. Anyway, I will go now. Thank you for enjoying listening to the song. We'll come back and bring even more better songs and stages next time. I always love you and love you and love you again, armies. Our sweetest, loveliest Jiminie always knows what to say at the right time, and he always cares out so much about our health and well-being. Next, we got a YouTube short of behind the scenes on the concept set for Muse, and then the full jacket shoot sketch was posted on Bangtan TV as well. After that, July 22nd came and brought to us much anticipated live performance of Who on Jimmy Fallon. It was absolutely electrifying and left us completely defeated by Jimin's skills and charm. The Tonight Show shared post with exclusive photos upon the release of this already iconic performance, and all armies were of course very excited about it all as well, and that's why Twitter X trends were going wild again in United States and worldwide. Jimin's Who performance at the Tonight Show also trended at #1 YouTube videos worldwide, and then BTS official TikTok account released 2 new Who Dance challenge videos from the set of the live Tonight Show performance, and 1 exclusive video of Jimin singing Who acoustic version on their official Instagram account.
So many people that say
Jimmy Fallon also shared the footage of him listening to Who for the first time after accidentally running into Jimin at the recording studio. The same situation P-Dog was talking about in his interview I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video.
Yeah, it's not bad. So yeah, that's...
He said, I heard the song months ago and I've been holding the secret in my soul. Oh my god, it must have been so hard to not be able to share the knowledge of this amazing song with the world for so many months. Wow, thank you Jimmy for sharing this sweet moment with us. My reaction to the performance is uploaded on my channel in copyright version, but the uncovered unedited version is also available on my Patreon for free so that we can enjoy watching this masterful stage together. The link to it is in the description. At the same time, all the announced remixes of Who were released on all platforms, including visualizer videos to each of them on Bangtan TV and 2 new Wonder and Wonder versions of Muse on Spotify, with each now having 3 different versions added to the album playlist. And then guitarist Jae-pil Jung, known as Young, who also worked with Jimin on later live clip, shared Who Rock remix on his Instagram story, mentioning producer Evan, who then posted about the remixes on his Instagram, and producer Ghostloop joined too by sharing about the Who Funky remix on his account as well. After that, on July 24th, the choreography video Dance Practice for Who also dropped on Bangtan TV. To this one, I will react in the upcoming days, so please look forward to it. And now, as the final segment, let's do a summary of all Muse and Who initial records and achievements. First, let's notice that this song was added to all major Spotify playlists, like for example Just Hits playlist, Today Top Hits, New Music Friday UK, and Just Good Music playlist. And next, let's start with Who achieving 110 number ones on iTunes worldwide, making it the fastest song to reach this feature in 2024 in just 10 hours and 15 minutes. The song achieved number 1 on iTunes in the US and UK, as well as later in all 8 of the biggest music markets in the world. Then Muse debuted at number 1 on both the worldwide and European iTunes album chart, and all Muse tracks debuted on the worldwide iTunes song chart. Jimin also became the first K-pop idol to have multiple albums reach number 1 on US iTunes. Next, Muse achieved the biggest first day sales by a K-soloist on Hanteo in 2024. Jimin dominated Circle Global K-pop Daily Chart on July 19 as all Muse tracks ranked in the top 20, while Who topped the list and Jimin also occupied the most spots on the chart. And then Jimin became the first and only Korean soloist to have 3 songs debut at number 1 on the YouTube Global Daily Top Music Videos chart. Then Muse by Jimin debuted at number 1 on Japan's Billboard Download Albums chart as his second entry to debut straight at number 1 on this chart. Who became the highest charting 2024 release by Korean K-pop soloist on US Apple Music Pop chart, and Jimin surpassed Eminem and became the biggest artist on Deezer worldwide. After that, Who rised to number 2 on the all-genre Genius Music chart, becoming Jimin's highest-peaking song on this chart, surpassing Like Crazy and Set Me Free Part 2, and the highest-peaking song by a Korean male soloist in 2024 so far. In addition, all tracks from Muse have taken over the top 10 best-selling songs on Amazon US under 4 categories for 2 consecutive days. Muse has surpassed 2,030,200 streams on Melon since its release, thanks to which Jimin will receive the Melon Hall of Fame Millions album plaque. And Who official audio has surpassed 500,000 posts on TikTok. Next, as of Spotify achievements, Who sets a new record for the biggest solo song debut by a Korean or K-pop soloist on Spotify in history with 9,990,983 unfiltered streams. It becomes the first and only solo song by a K-soloist to achieve over 1 million streams on Spotify US Daily Top Songs chart. It breaks Like Crazy's record with now counter of 1,024,898, the biggest daily streams on the chart in history. And it also breaks Jimin's previous record for the biggest stream day by K-Act in 2024. Then, Muse debuts with 26,258,501 unfiltered streams on Spotify counter, becoming the biggest album debut by a Korean K-pop act in 2024. And also, Muse scored the biggest first-week album debut by a Korean K-pop act on Spotify in 2024 with over 65.5 million streams in just 3 days since its release. And those are Jimin's Who and Muse debuts on the Spotify Top Albums and Songs charts, to which producer Tommy Brown responded by sharing Spotify's post about Muse debuting at number 1 on Top Albums debut global chart. After that, on July 21st, we got Who landing at number 1 on UK Big Top 40 chart, defeating artists like Jade, Katy Perry, and Sabrina Carpenter, and joining Gangnam Style by Psy and Butter by BTS as the only songs by K-pop Korean acts in history to straight debut at number 1 on this chart. In the future, Jimin will also receive a physical trophy for this win. And then on July 24th, Who has achieved 119 number ones on iTunes worldwide, remaining the fastest song to achieve this in history, doing so in 5 days, 10 hours since its release, making Jimin first and only artist in the world to have 6 songs with at least 119 number ones on iTunes worldwide. And next, Who Acoustic Remix achieved number 1 on iTunes in US and also in UK, where by doing so, Jimin extended his record as the Asian solo artist with the most number 1 hit songs on iTunes UK, currently at 14. And as the final new record of this episode, we got Jimin becoming the most consumed artist in the world across all platforms, surpassing Taylor Swift as the first and only Asian act to top the global digital artist ranking in 2024. Oh my god, guys, I think I went for the personal record this time as well, because to compress those past 2 weeks in just 1 hour and 15 minutes time is quite an achievement of my own. It was fully packed with releases, events, achievements, records, and much, much more that I managed to present to you with the best of my abilities. And I hope you enjoyed it. So, that is all for this week's news, and at the end, like always, please enjoy Jiminie achievements. See you next time!